My guides wanted me to come on today and do a twin flame specific reading. It's been a while since I've done a reading that is specifically directed to twin flames, although the concept of twin flame does come up very frequently in my videos. I am on a twin flame journey myself, and many in our collective find that the twin flame concept is relevant to their spiritual journey in some way. With that being said, again, lately I have been doing many collective readings, reading into different subsets of our collective here that sometimes include some twin flame messages and sometimes are more directed to soulmate situations and other forms of relationship. So in today's reading, we are going to be channeling more specifically into a group of twin flames. Now, with that being said, even within the twin flame specific collective, we are all on very specific timelines, waves, and we come in different group incarnations of twins with certain subcategories of purposes on this path. So no two twin flame paths will look identical. Although very often, those of us who are on similar waves and timelines can experience similar things around the same time. Of course, time also doesn't exist from a quantum perspective, a 5D perspective. So whenever you do align with this video and feel resonance with it in your soul, that means there is some kind of message here for you in your now moment, whenever that is for you. So I'm actually going to get out my random, what I refer to as my word scramble, where I pull through what might seem like random, but are actually channeled words, names, and details for specific individuals during the reading. And the first word to come out here is triangle. So I instantly heard love triangle. For someone listening, you could be feeling as though you've been put into some kind of love triangle, or maybe you yourself are feeling torn in different directions romantically. So you may, for example, have two different people that you have a very strong soul connection with. You could have a very high level soulmate and a twin flame, just for one example of how this so-called love triangle could be playing out. So again, that will not be the case for everyone. I also heard something about the Bermuda Triangle, and my guides are kind of joking, just like how they say people disappear when they pass through the Bermuda Triangle. It's almost as though I'm hearing not so much disappearing, but like you are shifting into a different reality. You might feel at times as though you are passing through this kind of Bermuda Triangle of your life journey where you disappear from other people's reality, at least temporarily, to dedicate time to reconnecting with your inner world. And when you reemerge from that spiritual cocoon, you have shifted into this entirely new dimension. But to some people, it may look or feel as though you have just entirely disappeared for a period of time. You may even feel as though time is moving strangely because of the way that you go through these periods of time where you completely withdraw from others to really focus on shifting your internal frequency or energy to align with a higher level, a higher timeline. And again, once you reemerge from this, it's as though you just keep leveling up. People around you are really noticing this, by the way. Whoever I'm speaking to here, people are noticing that every time you seem to disappear from their reality, you then seem to go through some kind of glow up or level yourself up in some way. I'm hearing, to put it succinctly, every time you disappear, you level up or you rise to a higher timeline. We're also getting the 7 of Wands in connection with this. This is really interesting. This is a card of standing up for yourself. It's a very protective, defensive card. I'm trying to see if this is your energy or someone else's energy. We also have the 6 of Cups in the upright position. Something from your childhood or your younger years in terms of earth time may be circling back around again. This may be a message for just a few twin flames listening here, but it seems as though there may be some very outdated timeline coming up to be fully processed or collapsed, as we say. Now, this could manifest in very strange ways. So you may, for example, have something from your past reactivated in your mind in conversation with someone else. Maybe someone else brings up something from your past that at one point caused you a lot of pain or may have wounded you in some way. Whatever this is coming up for you, this may even be something that you really had already done a lot of healing work on, but you may not have realized that you still had this lingering timeline that hadn't been fully collapsed out, that hadn't been fully processed out. And so someone could be reactivating this energy. I'm specifically hearing that whatever this situation is for the person I'm speaking to, it's giving you an opportunity to stand up for your younger self, to essentially show up now on this timeline as the person that your inner child needed on a previous timeline. And I'm getting that on that previous timeline, in the time of the actual event of whatever happened on that old timeline that caused you a lot of pain, you were very alone in that. And you also were voiceless. You didn't have a sense of empowerment. You didn't have a voice. And so whatever this is being reactivated is actually coming up to give you an opportunity to deeply heal that aspect of your inner child by standing up for yourself, speaking your truth, being assertive in that positive sense, and healing that old timeline where, again, in the past, you may not have been empowered enough to be able to speak your truth. You may have been very much under the control of others, either emotionally or literally. I feel this message specifically is very, very exclusive to a certain group. So if that doesn't resonate, of course, it doesn't mean that nothing in this reading will connect with you. There's just something about getting back to your roots or something from your childhood being brought up or reactivated in some kind of way. Now, I also pulled the Knight of Pentacles card in the upright position. So I'm feeling the energy of someone very patient or perseverant towards you. This feels like a very long-term connection coming from the heart space, whatever this is. I may be speaking to a divine feminine specifically here, although we all do have a balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies internally. So this could resonate with your internal divine masculine or divine feminine, or with some external person or situation. I'm hearing someone's going to be giving you a yes, or someone in their mind has given you a yes. It's like, I don't know what that means for someone listening, but it's like someone is looking at you here and seeing everything that they desire. And it's bringing up this feeling of, again, the best way I can describe it is a resounding yes. And where that yes is resounding is in their heart space. This feels like something very long-term. So this may be someone from your past. This may be someone that you have a history with, because an affirmation on this card says time heals all wounds. So there may actually be a past in this lifetime with this specific masculine energy coming up here for you, Divine Feminine. So what else can I channel about this Knight of Pentacles, this patient, perseverant energy? Okay, we had a few cards that fell out here. So this may be someone going through a work transition, because we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. This can speak to unemployment. They may have gotten fired or quit a certain position. That doesn't have to be the case. This can also just speak to some kind of conflict going on related to finances or the workplace for this person. And I do feel that ultimately the reason they're going through this is because whatever they may have been doing financially or for work has been out of alignment with their true higher version of self. So they've actually been almost forcefully realigned by the universe toward a path in their workplace or when it comes to their finances that is much more aligned with them, that is going to be bringing them a deeper sense of confidence and fulfillment. Now, of course, even if you are a Divine Feminine listening, you may be applying this to your internal Divine Masculine. So perhaps you are changing the way that you go about structuring your work, your time when it comes to work, your finances, in order to be more in alignment with your soul. But again, this also could connect with an external masculine in your life as well. We also have the Four of Pentacles. So it seems that the key to navigating this pivot in the workplace or when it comes to finances is to have the courage to let go of what is no longer in alignment, and to trust that you're going to be cared for, to trust that this new path that is opening up, that is pulling you and bringing up these feelings of passion and excitement within you, to trust that you can follow those feelings out, and that those feelings of passion are going to lead you to a place that is very secure, but also more in alignment with your heart and soul. So I'm going to reshuffle the cards here, and I want to channel a bit more for you, Divine Feminine. So I want to know what's going on for Divine Feminines on a twin flame journey here, or who have been dealing with a twin flame connection. Of course, we get the World card. This is my number one card for radical soul expansion. I'm hearing upgrade after upgrade, and this has most likely been a theme in your life. You have been shifting through timelines, up-leveling yourself so rapidly that most likely it's been a bit disorienting or even a bit ungrounding in the physical world. For some reason, I keep hearing something specifically about the last year, and this past year being a very specific series of upgrades that has been specially coordinated by your spirit guides and whatever spiritual forces you personally connect with. But to your human self, a lot of this has been almost a little bit dizzying from a physical perspective. It does seem like you are maintaining your balance extremely well overall, given how fast you've been shifting and upgrading. But I also see that all of this energetic upleveling has been really planting you in some new direction that is starting to take root. This has the feeling of something that's been really fuzzy for a long time starting to come into focus, something really starting to take hold or take shape and form in a certain direction. Now, you still might be feeling at times as though you are walking in the dark, really just following your intuition step by step. But I am hearing that specifically between October, which of course we are exiting out of now that it is November, but between now and Christmas time, if you are watching this video as of when I am posting it, you are going to notice something really beginning to come into focus that has felt really confusing for a long time. So this could be in any area of your life. This could be in your love life, in your finances, in your workplace, in relation to your life purpose, your social life. But I do feel it's been whatever in your life has felt a bit confusing or out of focus, particularly in the last year. I'm hearing this is also the place that behind the scenes you've been expanding the most. So the strange message here is whatever's felt the most stuck for you is actually where you've been experiencing the most expansion. And in these next 3 months, you're going to see a really major breakthrough with the victory card, meaning something breaking through above the surface that makes it all make sense to you or helps you really pull the picture together here. So I do want to channel a few final messages for the reading, but since I am connecting with you here, Divine Feminine, I also want to share with you a very powerful tool that I personally use as a Divine Feminine myself to shift my energy and manifest in my own life. And these are subliminals. Subliminals are audio meditation tracks that contain unconscious affirmations. And because these affirmations are embedded within other tones, sounds, and frequencies, they are actually able to bypass the conscious filter of the mind and make deeper, more lasting impressions on the subconscious mind. And this is so powerful because it's actually our subconscious mind that research has shown controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So personally, when I began meditating with subliminals, I saw powerful results over time in all areas of my life much more quickly than when I tried using any other manifestation tool. So because I am so passionate about them, I've created my very own library of subliminals, which I am now sharing with you through my app, Sound and Soulful. So as you can see on the screen, in this app, I have over 100 subliminals for essentially every area of life. When you sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app, you can create your own custom private playlists. You can read the affirmations while you are listening, and you can also select from 8 different background sound options. So specifically for this reading for you, Divine Feminine, I would most highly recommend 2 subliminals. One is the Awakened Divine Feminine. This is really to assist you in releasing any limiting beliefs and to step into your true goddess power and energy and manifest your dreams in life. I would also recommend my Twin Flame 7 chakra clearing. This is really designed to help you magnetize your energetic field with unconditional love, which is the most powerful and magnetic frequency on the planet. So you can even combine these subliminals and put them together in a playlist to listen while you sleep or during the day. The link to download my app and sign up for a 7-day free trial account is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so I am now reshuffling the cards here, and I want to know what other messages I can channel for the beautiful twin flames listening to this reading. So you may be in a period of time where you are really focused on individual healing and growth. So regardless of what phase or stage you may be in along your twin flame path, whether you are in a full-blown, what we consider to be physical reunion, or whether you haven't spoken in years, this has been a time for you to really refocus your attention on what is happening within you internally, to cultivate the energy within you that reflects how you want to show up in a love relationship, whether that is a love you desire to experience in the physical with your twin flame or with a soulmate or some other connection, because of course, you are the conscious creator of your life as well. And you get to align with and connect with what truly fulfills you at a soul level, and you can trust your intuition in all of that. I feel that's been another really powerful lesson coming through, is that even if you consider yourself to be a twin flame, this journey isn't something that is one size fits all. It's not something that can be put in a box. And in many regards, it really can't even be fully conceptualized at the level of the conscious mind. When you are someone who is a twin flame, which means you incarnated here to experience unconditional love, which is very, very intense and very rare in the physical human experience, but you came here to experience that kind of love in order to utilize it as a vehicle to radical soul expansion, to accelerate you onto your soul's highest path, your highest timeline that is available and accessible to you in this life. When we begin to see the twin flame path in this way, we realize that it's much less about the other physical 3D human person and much more about the journey that this physical expression of our identical core soul frequency leads us on within ourselves. And so I feel that, again, regardless of what your intentions are, which of course you can fulfill and achieve on this twin flame journey, whatever those are for you personally, regardless, the main focus at this time has been fully bringing you back to your own place of internal empowerment. So I am going to be pulling one final Rumi Oracle card to close out this reading, since we're talking about unconditional love and how fluid and powerful and expansive this journey is for us as twin flames. Somehow it feels really fitting to close with a Rumi card. Although I do this very frequently, it feels especially fitting in this particular reading, because these are subjects that Rumi speaks on very frequently in the poems in this particular guidebook. So the card pulled here is the Cloak of Christ, and I'm just going to read a message. In the school of humanity, when you become intimate with God, you reside on the King's throne and teach the angels the nature of the divine. The guidebook also says, this cloak is a sacred container that places your body and soul within the loving energy of the divine consciousness. This unconditionally loving energy is not limited to the being bearing its name. It is typified by wholeness. Can you allow yourself to take refuge in this knowledge, to feel it not only as an idea, but as a visceral reality. Let yourself be cloaked in this energy and receive the spiritual assistance you deserve now. There is a reason for this. The unfolding of your life purpose is taking a turn for the better, and your energy is required to fuel that new life. Just remember, whenever we are asked to release something, it is because the divine wishes to fill our hearts and hands with more. So that feels like a beautiful place to close the reading. If you are feeling a resonance with my energy, I do invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post regular energy updates and inspiration. Of course, if you are feeling guided to it, the link to download my sound and soulful Subliminals app and start your 7-day free trial to access my library of over 130 subliminals is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today. Have a beautiful remainder of your day and weekend, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.